Dane Norris as we are ready to get at her. We're underway. And the big one happens as Caden C. Darden goes around on the front stretch. I am shocked by the baby Jesus of Lord above that did not cause a big crash down to the front stretch. Caden C. Darden, I don't know what he did or what he went wrong, but he gets all crossed up, gets a little too high on the outside wall, gets on the brake binders and leaves Brett Grube with nowhere to go. John Keefe somehow saves it after Selby gets right into him, and Matthew Selby goes upside down on the 46 machine. Holy cow. Oh boy, talk about a terrible time to get all godly loose off the exit of 4. But that's going to be our first yellow flag. Boy, oh boy, that was crazy. That could end up a lot worse, but Matthew Selby, I believe, got the worst of it. What up, Lil T? Good to see ya. You'll like these modifieds, by the way. You will like them. They're 675 horsepower and they weigh 2,450 pounds. And Caden C. Darden, I don't know what he did. He went through the corner and he was slow coming off, and boy, oh boy, he literally just got ran over by the rest of the field because he was so off the pace. Boy, oh boy, as we're going to kick him back up. But the good news is, Nick Miller and everybody else that got involved in that in the back of the field, guess what? They can come back out here and they're showing the lead lap. Double file going to be one to green this time by. Double file going to be one to green this time by. Caden C. Darden acted like he had no speed coming off of turn number 4, and everybody else behind him had absolutely nowhere to go. Alrighty, let's double file these cars back up. We're going to get ready to go. All cars, double file, going to be one to green this time by. All cars, going to be double file, one to green this time by. Heck, even it's showing Brett Grube 12 so far, okay. You got the 46 of Matthew Selby, who went up over heels, and John Keefe going to be your field. It looks like Caden C. Darden said, I just wrecked the whole field. I'm out of here. As Dane Norris in the 115 and company, as he flashes before my eyes, as he is still going to be your race leader, as he's going to roll down to the track stretch, as the old 110 machine of Chase Copeland, meanwhile the 11 machine is going to be Kenny Kudney. It'll be the number 2 machine of Caleb T. Durgan. You have the old 171 of Chris Swanson. Meanwhile, it's going to be that 00 machine. We got Brett Grube and company in the 5. We got a caution flag once again. I'll tell you what, Brett Grube in that 5 is not having a good day today. Aye. Goes to the top shelf, a little bit of contact. Keith Chandler gets a little crossed up as Brett's going to stick his nose right there, and Keith Chandler and him make a lot of contact as Brett Grube grabs his EOL penalty. Boy, oh boy, Brett Grube from steering wheel problems to driving issues here this afternoon, as he's got our second cause of the yellow flag here in the back of the field. All right. Alrighty, that happened way deep in the back of the field. Brett Grube went to make a move there on the 45 at Chandler, and Chandler kind of bobbled up, didn't go all the way where he thought it was going to go, and he met him right down to the front stretch. That's going to be our second yellow flag here at the Port Royal Speedway. We should be double filing them up this time around. Double file going to be 1-2 green. There you go, Kevin Folds and Drake. Thank you for the latest follow. Welcome to the channel. We got these IMCA style modifieds out on the speedway here this afternoon. We took all the power out of them, added 50 pounds of weight to them, and they're having a little bit of a hard time getting them going here so far. Remember, it's only 5 out of 40, actually 3 out of 40 so far, and we've already got 2 yellow flags on the docket. That's how many we had at Lucas Oil Speedway. We got a long 40 laps here for these IMCA style UMP modifieds here tonight, as the 115 of Dane Norris takes off once again, and we are back underway. 4 out of 40 for these modifieds here this afternoon. As the number 20, 46 machine, Matthew Selby went upside down and head over heels thanks to Kansas City Darden, losing all of his speed as you get a battle for the race lead. How about the 11 of Kenny Gooden to the inside? He got Chase Copeland right there in the middle of 3 and 4. It's all good. As the 11 of Kenny Gooden going to be able to roll to the inside as you get the number 110 of Copeland. It'll be the number 2 rod. That's going to be Caleb Durgan as they're going to be able to roll through the middle of 3 and 4. Now a little front stretch. 6 out of 40. As we have our third yellow flag here this afternoon. As Nick... Oh my God, you scared the living dog crap out of me. As it's going to be the old Nick Miller machine as he's going to roll through the middle of turn 3 and 4. As Nick Miller's going to just grab the inside wall, break his whole entire left front axle, and then boom, Selby's going to get involved in that number 46 machine. All right. We're going to speed this along. That caution there is for Nick Miller just destroying his front axle in the middle of turn number 3. All right, let's see if we get ready to go. We'll go 1 to green, get a bit this time around for these IMCA modified. So far, we have 6 laps in. Cowboy, thank you for the heart, man. We appreciate ya. Alrighty. Double file gonna be 1 to green this time by. Double file, 1 to green this time by. Boy, oh boy, these IMCA modifieds here at the Port Royal Speedway have been a little bit of a issue for some drivers. As we're clearing everybody's black flags off the market here this afternoon, Selby is still going to try to drive that race car. After Darden got loose coming off a 4 and pretty much came into a front halt in front of the drivers as Selby went up over heels on the front stretch on the first lap, but we're underway. 7 out of 40 for these modifieds as we have the 11 machine. I believe that's going to be, oh boy, that's 3 wide, 4 wide, that little back stretch. Hold on. Kenny Cooney's in that student driving number 11 machine. We got guys stacking them up. Chris Swanson and company as we have our third yellow flag on the speedway. Oh my, as I don't know what happened to Chris Swanson. I don't know if that was internet related or what happened. As Swanson just comes up there, a little bit of contact there from GT Wellman out the wall, flashes in front of my eyes, and all of a sudden they're all together down in the back, front 3, turn 3 and 4. I have no idea with that one. So anyway, that's going to be our 4th yellow flag as they cannot get it together. As they were 3 wide, 4 wide, all sorts of wide, all the way off the back stretch there. As
Thank you for stopping
we
and
are
liking
having
the
a
stream.
fun time here at the Port Royal Speedway. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. As Chris Swanson manually disconnected. As this first caution started it all. Dart not even behind the second place guy. Comes off the corner here. Gets completely crossed up. Barely hits the wall. And then all of a sudden, everybody's all over the back bumper of them. I don't know. Looked like y'all tried not to hit the wall down to the front stretch. Maybe got a little outside and then got in down in the front of the whole field. So, yeah, pretty much lost all speed coming off the corner. Yeah. Double file, gonna be 1 to green, I guess, this time by. Double file, gonna be 1 to green, gonna be this time by. So, as Dane Norris in the 115, still your race leader, you'll have the number 2 machine of Caleb Durgan. Meanwhile, the 11 of Kenny Cooney, as we had 4 yellows so far here this afternoon at the Port Royal Speedway. And these cars are even slowed down. And you guys are having a hard time getting them going, but that's all right. As the 115 of Norris continues to lead on to this one, you got Keith Chandler trying again. As we are ready to go, once again, we are underway. of 40, and Caleb Durgan's just gonna flat out dump Dane Norris. Great job! As Durgan's right there on the inside shelf, pushes tight and just goes right up into him. Boy, oh boy, that's going to be that for Durgan. And then JT Wellman and company, and it's just a disaster. It's a disaster. Alrighty, 5 yellow flags. Let's go. When you're out of the left side corner, I guess Durgan pushed a lot tight coming off there, and Dane Norris went up over hills and flew across turns 1 and 2. We are down to 14 cars for these 602 style UMP modifieds. Set them up 1 to green. Now I don't do that anymore. If they wanna, they will learn the embarrassment on the racetrack. Nope, they get the full scene. We had 12 yellow flags last Sunday for our steel block late models, and no, I did not call it. I let them embrace the embarrassment of being on that racetrack. Sure did. They finished 36 laps and did their whole ordeal. As we are ready to go, as Kenny Cudney and company, we will get them back underway. So, as we continue on, as it's going to be everybody rolling through the middle of 3 and 4. As a 00 machine, that's going to be old Mr. Kenny Cudney. Meanwhile, the 11 machine, that's going to be Mr. Tommy Kohick. As we continue on through the middle of turn 3 and 4. As the old 46 machine, that's going to be Mr. Matthew Selby to the inside, down to the backstretch. As the 11 machine, that's going to be Kenny Cudney. Meanwhile, the number 0 ride, Tommy Kovic Jr. After that's going to be the 110 of Chase Copeland with that number 46 of Selby. We'll see if we can get this one away. We got about 11 out of 40. As Durgan's going to do it again. Well, that might... Well, let's see. Nah, he's in front of him that time. Then pushes way tight. Aye. This time... they're alongside each other. He's ahead of him at that point. Then he pushes way tight. Boy, oh boy. That'll do it there. Choo-hoo. That's the end of Caleb Durgan here this afternoon, and somehow we didn't go under yellow flag conditions. Oh my, oh my. Alrighty, let's go ahead and finish this one off here this afternoon. I don't know, 26 more to go for these UMP modifieds, as it's going to be Kenny Cudney in that number 11 machine, as he's going to be your race leader. After that's going to be the number 1 machine of Chase Copeland. Meanwhile, it's going to be the 00 of Tommy Kohick, as you'll have the 55. It's going to be John Keefe. You'll have Keith Chandler at number 45, losing around as well. As Kenny Cudney, that number 11 machine, right through the middle of turn 3 and 4. As the old 110 of Chase Copeland. No go to the 00 of Tommy Kohick. Meanwhile, it's going to be the 55 of John Keefe with that number 45 of Keith Chandler. As that's so far, as we started 14, we had 5 yellow flags going into this, and now we are down to 5 cars for the 602. The 60, literally, IMCA 602 UMP modifieds. Literally. Oh my, as the 11 machine, that's going to be old Mr. Kenny Cudney, as he's going to go to the top shelf. As the 110 machine, that's going to be old Mr. Chase Copeland. After that, it's going to be the old 00 machine of Tommy Kowick. After that, you're going to have the 45 of John Keefe. After that, it's going to be the number 45 of Keith Chandler. About 22 more to go here this afternoon. So as John Keefe in the 55 will be in for that 4th spot. I got 22 more to go. You do got a battle for the race lead. As Copeland in the 110 continue to roll down to the backstretch. Meanwhile, it's going to be 11 Machine. That's still going to be Kenny Cooney out in front as the old 110 of Chase Copeland. He'll roll through the middle of turn 3 and 4. About 20 yet to go. We finally hit the halfway point here at the Port Royal Speedway for these, how do you want to say it? And it looks like I just lost everything. Oh, there they are. Go. Anyways, we continue on with this one as it's Chase Copeland once again going to be making his way to the outside of the speedway. Meanwhile, the 11 Machine, that's going to be old Kenny Cooney as Cooney's able to roll to the outside shelf once again. After that, it's going to be the number 1. That's going to be old Chase Copeland. As Copeland's going to be able to get to the inside. You got the 11 Machine of Kenny Cooney to the outside. Good battle for the race lead for these IMCA style modifieds here tonight. As the 11 Machine, that's going to be Mr. As that's going to be Kenny Cooney and company. Here comes Copeland to the slide job in the middle of turn 1 and 2. As it's going to be the 11 Machine of Cooney back to the inside. As they'll drive down to the backstretch. As the 11 Machine, that's going to be old Mr. Kenny Cooney up in the hill and into the wall. So you got a good battle for these modifieds. As they rub doors down to the front stretch. 16 more to go. As the old 110 of Copeland able to roll down to the middle in turn 3 and 4. As the 11 Machine, that's going to be old Mr. Kenny Cooney back to the inside. Good battle. They go down to the front stretch. 15 to go. So as the 11 ride, that's still gonna be, you know who, Mr. Kenny Cooney. You have the 110 of Copeland back to the inside. Side chop in the middle of turn 3 and 4. As Copeland goes up to the outside, the 11 Machine of Cooney back to the inside. 14 more to go here this afternoon. And we finally have race breaks out here for these modifieds this afternoon. As the 11 of Kenny Cooney down to the backstretch. The 110 of Chase Copeland. As Copeland goes to the top shelf in the middle of turn 3 and 4. About 14 more to go. As it's all going to be Kenny Cooney. Still going to be your race leader with 13 to go. 13 to go as the 11 ride of Cooney to the outside. Kenny, guys, that's Copeland to the inside in the middle of turn 1 and 2. Slide job in the middle of turn 3 and 4. You got a good race here for these UMP modifieds. 12 more to go here this afternoon as Chase Copeland in the 110. He'll make a good run down to the backstretch as it's going to be 11 of Kenny Cooney. Meanwhile, Chase Copeland in the 110 as 10's going to be all Copeland to the top shelf as you will have the 11 of Kenny Cooney going to be your race leader once again. 11 more to go, and now Kenny Cooney's going to be on the wall. Chase Copeland, a good run down to the backstretch, and he'll pull away after Kenny Cooney got in the wall, and now probably open it up for Copeland once again in the 110. Ten more to go here this afternoon as the 110 of Chase Copeland will be your new race leader. It's going to go to the 11 of Kenny Cooney. You do got a great battle for Tommy Kowick and John Keefe. As Keefe's going to be in the 855. You got the 00 Machine of Tommy Kowick Jr. to the inside of the speedway. As it's going to be the old number 55 Machine of John Keefe to the outside. 9 to go, they say, for these IMCA style UMP modifieds here tonight. As the 00 Tommy Kowick Jr. worked to the inside of the 55 of John Keefe as well. We will be heading to the, let's put this here. We will be heading to the Volusia Speedway. As we continue on, as Volusia Speedway will be coming up next here for the SLR show. As this battle for the third spot continues to be good. That's going to be the 00 Tommy Kowick, got the 55 of John Keefe to the top shelf as we will be heading to the Volusia Speedway. These are IMCA UMP modifieds, Tommy Gorman, just give you that heads up. So as it's all going to be Chase Copeland out in front, but Kenny Cooney going to be trying to close in. So the white flag's gonna wave out as it looks like it's gonna be the 110. That's gonna be all Chase Copeland as we're gonna head to Volusia Speedway. Gonna be coming up next year for the SLR show. Chase Copeland to the top shelf as the 11 of Kenny Cooney will be your top three. You'll have the number 55 of John Keefe. After that's gonna go to the